Feel good. Yeah. Brothers. Yeah. No division linking up. That's a fan, brother. You can take it how you wanna take it. We just wanna keep the peace, point our people toward the peace. You can make it what you wanna make. You know we sticking with the scripts, only rocking with the righteous. You can take it how you wanna take it. Our time is coming and they know it. They will never overthrow it. They can take it how they wanna take it. We the chose, you can see the hatred. Became a man and got out the matrix. I did. Got in these sandals and got out the exits. Yeah. I hit the floor and got back to the basics. Denied it all and got denial back. Held on to my soul, didn't have to buy it back. All the steam to the power for a better way. It was either trap or tempt, what the weather say. Facts. We dropping all, I hope you brought along. Keep it humble since the meek will end up being challenged.
Over the festivities and things of that nature. Okay? All right, so we're going to start. We're going to do a rotation, a 7-man rotation. We're going to start with Exodus, the 12th chapter. Let's go to Exodus chapter 12 and verse 1. All right, Kai? All right, but before we get that, let's go to 2nd Ezra, the 15th chapter. Go to 2nd Ezra, the 15th chapter, and start at verse 1. All right, 2nd Ezra chapter 15 and verse 1. All right. 2nd Ezra 15 and 1. When everybody have it, say Khan. All right, 2nd Ezra 15 and 1. Everyone should be reading along, taking notes. All right, there's going to be something here. Right, even if you're a swordsman of Yasha Allah, there's going to be something here tonight that you're going to learn that you didn't know before. God? So everybody should be taking notes, whether you're on your phone, notepad, whatever. If you don't have a notepad or Bible Apocrypha, take notes in your phone. You have a notepad in your phone. God? You should be here. This is a learning mechanism. So, like I said, I don't care how much you think you know, there's going to be something here tonight that you can learn. God? So everybody take this serious and take notes and go back and study it over when you have time tomorrow or another day. All right, 2nd Ezra 15 and 1. Who's reading? All right, Khan. Dawad is going to read.
This is the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 15, verse 1. Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy.
Right, so we've been prophesying this word. All right, some of us more than others. We got elders that go back before us. We got new brothers coming up. We were here before them. But we were prophesying this word for many years, and now what's happening? All right, you see the Most High is bringing a prophecy to pass. Okay? Right, you see, they opened back up Georgia, but it's still dead. Besides a few Negroes that want to party and be simple, but when you check it out, for the most part, most states throughout the country, the streets are dead. And that's prophesied in Ezra and Isaiah all throughout the Bible. The Most High said he's going to make the sown places suddenly appear unsown. All right, a month ago, 2 months ago, it was thousands of people walking up and down. Now it's ghost towns. So we are living in real-time prophecy. Okay? So sometime in these last days, when the Most High is bringing judgment and stuff on this society, is going to inconvenience things that we do. So like we said, you rather have a prophecy or the glamorous April Passover. But now the Most High gave us mercy and he let us do it now. All right, so we get both. God, double up on them. All right, but in the process of the Most High bringing judgment on this society, it is going to inconvenience certain things. You just got to get out the way and let the Most High do his thing. God? All right, so read on.
Which I will put in thy mouth, saith the Lord.
And this is not our words, this is the Most High. We're speaking his word. What we read and study in these scriptures is coming to pass. Good.
Verse 2. And cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true.
Good.
Fear not the imaginations against thee. Let not the incredulity of them trouble thee that speak against thee. For all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness.
Right, all the people that didn't have faith, they see it now. And a lot of them are going to die in their unfaithfulness. Good.
Behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction.
But the Most High said he's going to bring plagues on the world. The sword, famine, death, and destruction. And that's what we're seeing. All right, and when this thing, when the smoke clear, you're going to be reading all the articles, all the different, that's when you're going to find out a lot of stuff that was going on. A lot of people are not out and about now, so you hear the news and different reports, but when this thing clear up, you're going to see a lot of damage, that you're going to see the aftermath of the damage that the Most High did. Yeah, like Katrina, right? People are going to be coming out their house bugged out. You're going to be seeing people that lost their mind. Yeah. You ain't seen nothing yet. Wait till this thing start, people start flowing back a little bit. You'll be like, damn, what happened to you, brother? That quarantine, man, I don't know. Right, I'm not the same no more, brother. Right, you're gonna see the after effects, man, of this thing. So thank the Most High, he kept you sane. You gotta look at that. A lot of people gonna lose their mind in this judgment, man. He kept you sane throughout all this. All right, read on.
For wickedness hath exceedingly polluted the whole
And that's
earth.
why the Most High is judging this place, because there's wickedness everywhere. First thing Jake and Eve do, they get out and they start twerking. They throw a stripper party. That's what you see on Instagram, on the internet. 500 people in a mansion at a strip party. Yeah, that's what you see. The first thing Jake do is something wicked, man. As soon as he gets some freedom, he need to be saying, where them cats at? Where them brothers at? Let me find them brothers, man. I can go outside now. Let me find them brothers. They still out there. Nah, Jake want to do something wicked, man. Still want to kill each other. Right? Not learning from what the Most High did. And going to continue to do. Go ahead.
That's a lot.
Go ahead.
Also, if you see the Purge, the last Purge movie, they do that Purge party. This is Jake. Esau knows Jake. Jake is an open book. You can read them. The scriptures tell you how we are, and that's just the way we are.
Exactly. God, read on.
For wickedness hath exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled. Therefore saith the Lord, I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness, which they profanely commit. Neither will I suffer them in those things in which they wickedly exercise themselves.
Right, the Most High had enough, in other words. Go ahead.
Behold, the innocent and righteous blood crieth unto me, and the souls of the just complain continually.
Go ahead.
And therefore, saith the Lord, I will surely avenge them, and receive unto me all the innocent blood from amongst them. Behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter. I will not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt.
Right, and that land of Egypt is America. Modern day Egypt, America. All right, because we had already got delivered out of ancient Egypt. All right, we went into our homeland. Now the modern day Egypt that Ezra was prophesying about is America. He's not going to suffer us to dwell here anymore. All right, go ahead.
But I will bring them with a mighty hand and an outstretched arm, and smite Egypt with
And
plagues.
what?
And smite Egypt
The
with
Lord
plagues.
said he's going to smite modern day Egypt, America, with plagues. Go ahead.
And will destroy all the land thereof.
He said, I'm going to smite Egypt with plagues as before. All right, so we got the plague of the corona. You don't know, maybe the Most High going to bring 20 plagues on this society. He brought 10 on ancient Egypt. He's going to double up on America and bring 20 plagues, okay? So you see it. The Most High said, listen, I'm going to plague this place like I did with ancient Egypt. And ancient Egypt, you had the cattle disease. All right, when you read Exodus, the 9th chapter, the Most High brought a grievous murrain. All right, on their cattle. He brought sores and boils upon them. So what is he doing now? This COVID-19, corona, this mystery virus killing people. All right, and other things killing people. People are it's a plague of death out here now. Because people are dying not from corona. People just dropping dead. Heart attacks, sick from this. No, he just stopped breathing. So it's just a general plague of death out here that the Most High is bringing also. So we live in a real-time prophecy. Okay? All right, so go from there to Exodus chapter 12 and verse 1. Exodus 12 and verse 1. We're going to get right through this and then jump to Numbers, the 9th chapter. Exodus chapter 12 and verse 1. So prophecy is taking place, Israel. Take heed to what the Most High is showing us. And don't think just because you're in the truth. When you see these things happening, you got to tighten up. Okay? Yo, I got to get to camp more. Yo, I got to study more. I got to do more videos. I got to link with brothers more. Okay? You got to get more serious with this truth. Stop taking this truth for granted. All right? Get into this word. Stop looking at the entertainment factor of being in this truth. Do some self-examination. All right? Because when you check it out, you know, just because Paul said, let he that thinketh he stand take heed lest he fall. Don't think because you got fringes on and you say, Kwam Yasha'Allah. Nah, you got to constantly take stock of yourself. All right, yeah, you know, I got I'm in the truth. Yeah, Shalom, Kwam Yasha'Allah. Now, always examine yourself, making sure you're on point. Keep under yourself, like the scriptures say. Okay? That's the only way, man, because we got to endure to the end. No man is saved until Yahweh come and you get caught up on them chariots. And even then, we got to deal with the wilderness. Okay? Might end up like Moses and don't see the promised land. So it's a constant, you know, you constantly got to stay on yourself. It's a constant battle. When you see COVID-19, prophecy, judgment happen, yo, I got to get it together more. Let me tighten up. You know what I'm saying? Let me get my spirit right, more right, because Most High bringing judgment. All right, so let's be mindful of that. God? All right, so God. Exodus chapter 12, verse 1. So we have each brother will take maybe about 5 to 10 verses. All right, each brother will take about 5 to 10 verses. No, about 10 to 12 verses. Read them, break it down, explain it to the best of your ability, and go from there. So I'll start with me. Let's go to Exodus 12 and 1. I'll do the first 12 verses. All right? Exodus chapter 12 and verse 1. Here's where the Passover was instituted when we were delivered out of Egypt. God? Exodus chapter 12 verse 1. Read that, brother.
And this is the book of Exodus chapter 12 verse 1. And the Lord spake unto Moses and Aaron in the land of Egypt, saying, This month shall be unto you the beginning of months. It shall be the first month of the year to you.
Right, so in the springtime, mainly around maybe mid to late March, early April, mid-April, is when our new year comes in. That new moon that comes around that spring or vernal equinox, that brings in our new year. All right, which is the first month of the year. Go ahead.
Speak ye unto all the congregation of Israel, saying, In the 10th day of this month, they shall take them every man a lamb according to the house of their fathers, and a lamb for an house.
Go ahead.
And if the household be too little for the lamb, let him and his neighbor next unto his house take it, according to the number of the souls, every man according to his eating, shall make your count for the lamb.
Right, so the first Passover was in our homes. All right, so we went full circle this year. Because what? Because of this so-called COVID-19, I would say about 80% of Israel kept the Passover in their homes. Even other congregations. Even some of the congregations that's 10, 20 times larger than us. Most of Israel, from what I saw, because you know Israel, you know we're going to still shine. Right? You know we're going to make it look fly, even if it's in a one-bedroom. You know what I'm saying? So I seen all the pictures and, cats were still fully girded, sitting on their couch. You know what I'm saying? Sitting in their grandpa chair, still fully girded. You know, Israel's still going to go out. I see some people made their house look like a banquet hall. Okay? But what's the beauty in that? We went full circle with prophecy. Okay? I've never, in the history of me being in the truth, I've never had a year where we couldn't get together for the Passover. So we dealing with ancient stuff that's coming back now. We dealing with stuff that's ancient from the ancient times, when the first actual Passover was kept in our homes in Egypt. Now tell me the Most High is not showing us that we're in spiritual Egypt now. Tell me that's not the Most High showing us that we back in spiritual Egypt. Even though there's Israelites that live in other parts of the world, but guess what? This whole system is an Egyptian system. Because they had to stay home too. Right? And when you check it out, who's ruling the world? The Illuminati. And they got the all-seeing eye, the pyramid, they got a lot of the ancient Egyptian symbolism and customs, and that's worldwide. So this whole is America, but it's really this whole system is like an Egyptian system. So what? Most brothers and sisters, even in other countries, they had to keep it home also. All right, so we went full circle. That's you got to take heed to what's really going on. When you really sit back and examine it, you're like, wow, this is a great time. All right, so that's showing us we back in modern Egypt. Most High brought it full circle. Now, 26 years in the truth, I never knew a year where we had to stay home. And as brothers did, brothers didn't have the money to get a place or something like that, but not to where prophecy shut everything down. That's never happened on the Passover. We was always able to get a rental hall, or if the congregation was small, we had it at somebody's house. When I was back in the old school in 1 West, we rented out big grand bed. We had 1,000 people in the Passover. All right, but I've never, my 26 years in the truth, it never been to where it was totally shut down, where nobody could really gather nowhere for the Passover. So you tell me we're not living in some serious times? All praises to Yahweh and Yahweh Shai. Okay? All right, read on.
Verse 5. Your lamb shall be without blemish, a male of the first year.
So your lamb should be without blemish, a male of the first year. Go ahead.
Ye shall take it out from the sheep or from the goat.
Right, you can also use goat. You can have lamb or goat meat. All right, go ahead.
Verse 6. And ye shall keep it until the 14th day of the same month, and the whole assembly of the congregation of Israel shall kill it in the evening.
Right, you should kill it in the evening, slay the lamb. Go ahead.
Verse 7. And they shall take up the blood and strike it on the two side posts, and on the upper doorposts of the houses, wherein they shall eat it.
Go ahead.
And they shall eat the flesh in that night, roast with fire, and unleavened bread, and with bitter herbs they shall eat it. Eat not of it raw, nor sodden at all with water.
Right, so it said don't eat the lamb raw, nor sodden, boiled, or stewed with water. Go ahead. No lamb stew, no lamb soup. Right, go ahead.
But roast with fire.
But what?
Roast with fire.
Roast with fire, like what they would call a rotisserie. All right, or on a grill. The closest thing to that is a grill. Okay? All right, go ahead.
His head with his legs and with the pertinence thereof.
Right, you were supposed to roast the whole body of the lamb. His head, his legs with the pertinence or pertinent parts of the lamb. Go ahead.
And ye shall let nothing of it remain until the morning.
Go ahead.
And that which remaineth of it until the morning, ye shall burn with fire.
Right, so you were supposed to consume that whole lamb that night, or you burn it with fire. So that's why the third and fourth verse, it said, get it according to your household. And if your lamb was too big for your household, then you shared it with your neighbor to ensure that that whole lamb got eaten up. And if the lamb didn't get eaten up, you still had some left over, you burnt it with fire. All right, go ahead.
Verse 11. And thus ye shall eat it, with your loins girded.
The Lord said, thus shall you eat it with your loins girded. This is for the men. Okay? So brothers, listen. All right, as much time as we have here in this captivity, hopefully it's not too long, but every brother, for the future, when the Passover comes, according to the law, you're supposed to really have a full garment. Okay? With a girdle. That's what the scripture is saying right here. Now, we know, okay, we do shirts, fringes, whatever. As long as you got your fringes on, you good money. But when you want to go technical with the law, you're supposed to be girded. Okay? That's the law. We read it right here. All right, come on.
Your shoes on your feet.
Your shoes on your feet. Your boots, your whatever, hit the Army, Navy store, whatever. Your shoes on your feet. All right, you're not really supposed to be having sneakers or sandals or whatever the case may be. You're really supposed to have like your shoes or mainly boots, because it was a time of warfare. The Passover is about warfare. When you read down, it's going to say that we went out of Egypt by our armies. Okay? So we was at a state of war with the Egyptians. Right? Armies and camps. So for the future, you brothers understand this is for the men. You're supposed to have your loins girded, your shoes on your feet. Come on.
And your staff in your hand.
And your staff in your hand. You're supposed to have your staff. All right, come on.
And ye shall eat it in haste. It is the Lord's Passover.
You're supposed to eat it in haste is the Lord's Passover. That was that time when we were coming out of Egypt. All right, go ahead.
For I will pass through the land of Egypt this night, and I will smite all the firstborn.
What verse you in? 12. Okay, Con, 12. Go ahead.
And I will smite all the firstborn in the land of Egypt, both man and beast, and against all the gods of Egypt I will execute judgment.
Right, and when you go to the book of Psalms, it tells you there was not a household of the Egyptians where there was one dead. That's the judgment of the Most High. But that was the final and 10th plague. It was the killing of the firstborn. Right? Because what? When you check it out, every plague that came on the Egyptians was a mockery of their gods. All right, so what was the Most High doing? He was mocking their gods and goddesses. When he brought the frogs on them, that was the goddess Hecht. All right, that he was mocking. Every god or goddess the Most High was mocking with a plague. All right, so when you check it out, these plagues came on the Egyptians for the Most High to show his power. And the same thing is going to happen to America. All right, the Most High is showing America, I'm going to plague you to show you my power, to show you what I'm capable of, to show you I can shut your whole world down. All right, you think you're God on the earth, but I'm the true and living power to heaven. I can shut your whole kingdom down. Right, that's gangster. You think you're doing it, but I'm really the one doing it. I'm putting it in your hands to do my will. God? Bring it out.
And before the COVID-19, wasn't Trump saying he was God?
God?
That statement came out of his mouth.
He was the Holy One of Israel.
He was the Holy One of Israel.
Right.
There you go, stimulus checks.
God. Right, he said his campaign slogan was "Make America Great Again." MAGA. No, "Make America Desolate Again." You know what I'm saying? I'm walking down the street today, Starbucks closed, this closed, that closed. I said, damn, the Edomites can't get their latte? Right? You know they finished up their cappuccino? I said, I thought Georgia opened back up. No, shut down, man. You know what I'm saying? Stores closing at 4 o'clock. If they are open, closing at 4. Right? Jake like a zombie down at 5 Points. I took a walk down to 5 Points. He's still a zombie out there. He's a zombie when it's normal. Jake is just a zombie, man, out there. Right now, right here. Right, some looked like some feds was roaming around. I seen some law enforcement car. I don't know what kind of damn law enforcement agency that was. It was some weird SUV with some lights, and Jake got out with a bulletproof vest and big gun on the side. I said, who this nigga work for? You know what I'm saying? The purge police, right? Yeah, Jake got out with some big guns. I don't even know the caliber of that damn gun. He put some big military bulletproof vest on, and then it was a black SUV with tinted windows, and it had some weird lights. I was like, that's not regular police. What the hell is that? Right? You know what I'm saying? So we living in some serious times. And while the streets are empty, you don't know what the hell they're doing. You don't know what they out here doing. All kinds of, I see the same thing in California. I seen like these weird looking law enforcement vehicles. Like, what the hell is that? That ain't even no FBI or nothing. It's just weird. All right, me and my wife was driving on I think we was on a 91 in Cali, and we seen like 30, these had regular police with them. We had seen about 30 cars riding in a caravan. But some of the cars, it don't look like no type of regular law enforcement car. Like, what the hell are they doing out here while everybody's in the house? What are they setting up? They had regular police with them, but it was a motorcade. It was about 30 cars, but like 10 of the cars, I was like, what the hell is that? Had all kinds of antennas and wires and what the hell kind of, you know what I'm saying, like a damn robot car. Right? You know what I'm saying? They're going to transform into RoboCop and start running down the highway. You know what I'm saying? So we don't know what's about to come now. That's why the scriptures say, no weapon that's formed against you shall prosper. Because they got stuff out here that we can't even imagine. You know what I'm saying? Jake damn near looked like some kind of cyborg down there at 5 Points today. I was like, that's not no kind of regular enforcement. Where they get this Negro from? Universal soldier, you know what I'm saying? But Jake might have really been a damn android. So you don't know what they plotting and planning and doing, and you know, while you in the house, and you know, 70–80% of the people are in the house, so you don't know what the hell they plotting. So when you do come back out, they got something for you. God? You know, every other state, they saw military vehicles, in every other state, Humvees coming in. Right? So we living in serious prophecy, Israel. So it's a blessing that we able to be here tonight. Okay? It could have been worse, man. The Most High, he had a little mercy. This thing could have been worse, man. You could have not been able to go out at all. They said go out for essentials, get a walk, exercise. If you got to get food, you can cash your check, you can cash your stimulus check, you know. But imagine if they totally shut it down, no food, no nothing. All right, if you ain't stocked up in your house, got your own land, your own resources, you done. You finished. All right, famine's starting to come in. People coming out their houses to look for food. All right, so it could have been on that level, but the Most High said, I'm going to have a little mercy, and I'm going to turn it right back up again. All right, read on.
Con, verse 13. And the blood shall be to you for a token upon the houses where ye are. And when I see the blood, I will pass over you, and the plague shall not be upon you to destroy you, when I smite the land of Egypt.
Right, so the Most High said, remember in 1 Samuel 15, he said to obey is better than the sacrifice. So when we put the blood on our door, that was obeying the Most High, that what? The death angel would pass over and not kill one of the firstborn in an Israelite home. All right, to obey is better than the sacrifice. But what we did is we obeyed through the Passover sacrifice, because you had to slay the lamb. That was your Passover sacrifice, and through that sacrifice you obeyed the Most High by putting the blood on your door. All right, so we obeyed both. We obeyed the Most High and what He actually told us to do, and we sacrificed the lamb for the Passover. All right, go ahead.
Verse 14. And this day shall be unto you for a memorial, and ye shall keep it a feast to the Lord throughout your generations. And ye shall keep it a feast by an ordinance forever.
Right, you shall keep it a feast by an ordinance for how long?
Forever.
Forever. God? Forever, ever. All right, so I'm going to stop right there, and we're going to go from right to left. Let Brother Vito take over at 15. And you can continue to read for him, and you can expound on it, Brother Vito, and back him up if he don't need anything. All right, so Vito, you're going to do 15 to about say 21. Good. Yo, you can keep reading.
You want me to read?
No, he's going to read and you're going to break it down.
Con.
All right. Well, Shao Paul going to help you.
All right.
Verse 15.
What if I break down? All right.
7 days ye shall eat unleavened bread. Even the first day ye shall put away leaven out of your houses. For whosoever eateth leavened bread from the first day until the 7th day, that soul shall be cut off from Israel.
So the 7 days we got to get the unleavened out the house, so we can keep the ordinance. We gotta follow the Most High. And what does it say? First day you should put the leaven out the house. Whosoever eateth the leaven from the first day until the 7th, that soul shall be cut off from Israel. So you wanna abide by what he's saying. He wants you to get that leaven out, or you will be cut off from Israel. Read on. Con.
And also he wants you to eat unleavened bread for 7 days. So throughout the 7 days you practicing this, you're supposed to eat unleavened bread all 7 days. Even if it's just one piece, make sure you eat that unleavened bread all 7 days. God?
Verse 16. And in the first day there should be an holy convocation. And in the 7th day there should be an holy convocation to you. No manner of work shall be done in them, save that which every man must eat, that only may be done of you.
Con. So the holy convocation, I'm thinking that's an agreement. I'm still a babe, so I teach what I know. What's that? The holy convocation.
Help him out.
A holy convocation is when you come together as a congregation or a family and celebrate the Most High. It's a Sabbath, so there's no buying and selling unless it's for this feast. Unless it's for the feast, you could buy. You could buy. And a holy convocation is also regarded as a Sabbath, so that means there is no working, right? You cannot work, or should I say, work for hire. Right? That includes in a holy convocation. It's basically like a Sabbath day, right? You can read on that.
Come. No manner of work shall be done in them.
You see that it says no manner of work. All right. So if you can, get off. We all know it's captivity. Whoever's still working, it's hard for you to get off because you're working an essential job, they say. But that's when Yahweh Shai shows his grace. But if you can't get off on these days, whenever it says a holy convocation, try to get off on those days. Okay?
Save that which every man must eat, that only may be done of you. Verse 17.
Read on.
And ye shall observe the feast of unleavened bread.
And this what this is. It's the feast of unleavened bread. Like I said in the other verses before this, you feast on the unleavened bread for 7 days straight. Right? First day holy convocation, last day holy convocation, right? And you feast on the unleavened bread all 7 days. Right? Those are the instructions from Yahweh. Okay?
For in this self-same day have I brought your armies out of the land of Egypt.
Your what?
Your armies out of the land of Egypt.
So like the elder was bringing out, it's wartime. Right now it's not a physical war, but it's a mental and spiritual war being plagued upon you. What do you think the quarantine gonna do? It's like a person in jail, they said, throw him in the box. They're trying to see how strong you are mentally. Or you're gonna watch YouTube until your